Hello guys, welcome to another section of Math. I hope you I hope you all are doing good. Yeah, I know you guys are kicking, and everything is going on well with you all. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. Um Guys, today in this video we are going to look at how we can solve this derivative problem here with what substitution and then natural log approach. Substitution and then natural log what approach. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's break this one down here, but first, because we are using the substitution or the natural log approach, we are going to form equation with it. Okay, so you're going to let y be equal to e raised to the power sign inverse of square root of what x. So y is equal to e raised to the power sign inverse of square root of what x. Okay, so here you're going to do substitution. Looking at this one, differentiating this together with this will give us a little problem. So what you are going to do is that we are going to do substitution. You're going to let u be equal to this one, then we differentiate, then later on we come and differentiate the original equation, because what will make it difficult has been what eliminated. Okay, so substitution. Okay, so u is equal to square root of x. Here we are not going to square both sides. It's not an integration where you have to find what is going to replace what dx. And looking at this one, there is no other x here that we have to find what is going to replace it in the u world if you don't want to treat that one as what constant. Okay, so here we're just going to differentiate. So du is equal to 1 over 2 square root of x dx, and you already know why. It's because, yeah, we already know why, so we don't waste much time here. Now let's put square root of x equal to u, and now let's replace square root of x with what u, and then let's differentiate the original equation, which is what this one in the u world. Okay, this is how the equation looks like in the other world. Yeah, I prefer them because it always help you concentrate. Yeah, always let you know that this is where I've reached, and there will be no what confusion. When I say you word, you know that whatever you are doing it in what you were. So whatever you get is in you. Is in you. You were not what else, unless what you are going back. So y is equal to e raised to the power sign inverse of what u. E raised to the power sign inverse of what u. Okay, so here, since this is where we are going to apply the natural hot log, so we are going to take natural log of both sides. We are going to multiply through by what natural log. Okay, so let's take natural log of both sides. Okay, so multiply through by natural log of both sides. This side you're gonna get natural log of y is equal to natural log of e raised to the power sign inverse of what u. All right, here let's focus on this part. The base of the natural log, normally we say is e. It is not what written. The base of the natural log is what e, but normally is what is not written down. It's not what indicated as compared to other logs like log 2, blah blah blah, log 2 base 3, as compared to something like that. This one is similar to log with base of 10. If you log with base of 10, you can choose to write or not write. If you don't write, we assume it's in base 10. So this one, the moment you see natural log, the base is what? E. Okay, since the base is E and the number here is also, let's assume, or the number here is also E, the base and the number will cancel out and it will be left with what? Sine inverse of what? U. So natural log of y is equal to sine inverse of u. Okay, so let's differentiate. Now when you differentiate natural log of y, you're gonna get 1 over y dy. And when you differentiate it, you're gonna get 1 over square root of 1 minus u squared du. Make sure you don't forget your du. Okay, all right, so here we are not going to eliminate this fraction here, but you're going to eliminate the fraction on the left hand side of the equation because we want to isolate du over dy or dy over d what? X. That is when you go back to yes world. Yeah, like yes man, yeah. So what are you going to do? You're going to multiply through by what? Y. When you multiply through by y, this y times 1 over y, it will be left with what? Dy. I mean, that one will take this one away, and the whole of this 1 times y will give us what? Y over this. So dy is equal to y over square root of 1 minus u squared du. Okay. In the u world, the value of what? Y is what? This one here, that is e raised to the power sine inverse of what? U. That is the value of y in the u world, but the value of y in the x world is what? Just replacing this one with the square root of what? X, and the value of y will be e raised to the power sine inverse of square root of what? X. So since we are going back to the x world directly, we will not replace this one. We will not put this one here. What we will put here is e raised to the power sine inverse of square root of what? X, just to save time, because we already know the value of what? We already know what can replace what? U, which is what? Square root of what? X. So since we are going back to the x word, we will just quickly put that one there. And we also know that du is equal to 1 over 2 multiplied by square root of x dx. Okay, so but don't worry, I'm going to pen that one for you. So y is equal to, as I show you the other part, yeah, y is equal to this one in the u word, but you don't worry, though the square root sign didn't show here, but you don't worry. When you are putting into, or when you are plugging into the original equation, you just make sure you place this one is what? Square root of what? U. Okay, so dy is equal to e raised to the power sine inverse of square root of what? X, just to save time. And I hope you know why. By yours, maybe you can replace y with this one. If you replace y with this one, make sure you don't change the du. Make sure in your next step, when you are changing the u here, I mean, assuming if we had put this one here, when we are changing the u, is where that we will change what? The u. But because we are changing the u, we cannot leave this one. We cannot let the u be there. Okay, so that is why we change everything quickly to the hot x world. Okay, so this one divided by 1 minus, u is equal to square root of what? X. But here is what? U squared. So these two will cancel out with this what? Square root sign, to be left with what? 1 minus x. So dy is equal to, dy over dx equal to e raised to the power sine inverse of square root of x multiplied by the product of what? This and then that. So that is 2 times square root of x times the dot here is representing what? Times. square root of 1 minus what? X. Okay, the answer to the derivative question that we are solving is what? This one. This one. We don't know what the marking scheme is going to say, or how the marking scheme is going to be what prepared, or how the marking scheme is going to be. So you can leave your answer like this, or you can went further by rationalizing what the denominator. Nobody knows. Nobody knows how the marking scheme is gonna be. Either the marking scheme will end here and give you everything here, or the marking scheme will say award some marks here, and when you rationalize, you award some marks also in that part. Okay, or all marks are given here, or all marks are given where you did your rationalization. So nobody knows. When you reach here, you can choose to stop. This one, when you leave it like this, you are not wrong because you don't know what the marking scheme is gonna be. Or other than otherwise, yes, rationalize the denominator as I'm going to do. I choose to say this one because maybe sometimes the scheme can say when you reach here you are done, or say rationalize the denominator. Nobody knows. So in order to not get you confused with the other step that I'm going to demonstrate or show, this one can be your final answer, or the other one can also be your final answer. So any of them. Okay, so either when you choose this one as your final answer, you are good to go. Or if you want to rationalize, then let's continue to the rationalization aspect. So to rationalize this one, we will not rationalize this one and leave this. All of them are what? Square root. We can't take one and leave the rest. So what we are going to do is that, and I said, when two square roots are multiplying, that is square root of a times square root of b is equal to square root of a times b. So applying that one here, square root of x times square root of 1 minus x, assuming this one is a and this one is b, we are going to get this one times the whole of this, which will give us what? 1 minus x squared. 1 minus x squared. So dy over dx is equal to e raised to the power sign inverse of square root of x divided by square root of x minus x squared. X squared. Okay, here we are going to rationalize. We are going to rationalize. To rationalize this one means you have to take away the square root from the denominator position to the numerator position by multiplying the square root by multiplying the square root by both numerator and what? The denominator. Okay, so please don't, yeah. So rationalize the denominator. Rationalize the denominator. So let's rationalize. Okay, so when you are rationalizing, that's how you can take the square root from this side. This one, you just take this one, you multiply it by the numerator and at the same time by the denominator itself. So you're going to be this one times this, and then the whole of this one times this one also. Okay, so this time this will give us what? Square root of x minus x squared times e raised to the power sign inverse of square root of x, and then 2 times, now this and this are the same, so that will give us what? Into bracket square root of x minus x squared all raised to the power 2. Okay, and that 2 will definitely cancel out with the square root sign. So dy over dx is now equal to, okay, also as I was saying here, since this and this are the same, it becomes what? 2. So that is how come we had this power 2 here. So this will take away what? This sign. Okay, and it will be left with x minus what? X squared. X minus what? X squared. X minus what? X squared. Okay, so here it is what you are going to get: square root of x minus x squared e raised to the power sign inverse of what? Square root of x, divided by 2 into bracket x minus x squared. You can end here, or you can open the bracket. You can open the bracket. So well, I'm going to open the back bracket for you. So dy over dx is equal to square root of x minus x squared multiplied by e raised to the power sign inverse of x divided by 2x minus 2x squared. Okay, so the answer to the derivative question is either the other one or this one. That is the rationalized form. This is the rationalized form, and the other one is what? The unrationalized form. Okay, so either you leave your answer in the other form or this form, you're good to go. You can reverse this one to the original one by multiplying the same denominator and numerator by what? The square root of this. When you do that, this one here, you factorize and you get 2 to bracket s minus x squared, and this one does the same thing, will be left on top here, and that one and this one will cancel to be left with 2. And when you multiply the 2 by the square root of this, it gives you the other one. And you can further factorize what is in the square root by bringing x outside. But make sure when you bring x outside, you attach the square root sign, because all of them is what? Being squared, or is being what? Affected by the square root what? Sign. Okay, so let's end it. Therefore, the derivative of e raised to the power sign inverse of square root of x is equal to square root of x minus x squared e raised to the power sign inverse of x, sign inverse of square root of x divided by 2x minus 2x squared. Yeah, you can say, as I said, you can leave your answer like this, or you can say the derivative of this one is equal to e raised to the power sign inverse of square root of x divided by 2 times square root of x times square root of 1 minus x. Either this one or that, you are correct. You are correct. Just that we don't know how the scheme is going to be. That is why we proceed to the side. Okay, all right, that's it guys. Please, if you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, subscribe and comment. Thanks for watching.